Hello, this is Pooja saying you're following CS 300. I'm going to explain a web technology experiment third, which is about creating a web page using CSS and HTML5. And this we're going to create a web page using basically the main thing is the division tag. It's like we'll create a division tag with the ID or class, and we'll describe the width and the position, the height, whatever the requirements of that thing, another division tag in the CSS part, and according to that we'll create this page. We used to create the HTML pages by creating the table and the rows and giving all the details, but in CSS we'll just create the division tag. We'll mention the height, width, and the relative positions and all those things to create this thing. It's a great advantage of mm, this is a great advantage of using CSS. In this we can mention different styles and different things. So we're gonna do the experiment now. We'll see the code. As you can see the code here, we are just giving in one thing mentioning the heading of that under one division, and we're creating one more division to mention all the links, and we're creating one division to the third division is just to put a picture on that and write something on the top of the picture. The third division is a class. It's like we are giving a reference, and then under the reference we are mentioning an image. If we click on the image, we'll go back to that link mentioned in that, and then we'll connect to that link and we'll mention this thing. It's like in that division we'll mention 3 divisions with the same ID's number, and other division it's like just writing a division, single division, which mention about the Indian Air Force did, and the other division is we'll have 2 divisions, like division which have one heading, and last one is that basically the footer part in which we're gonna show the contact. So we mention the contact. So the moment if you click here, the moment if you just you will see the CSS. See, as all the division will have some like will have a background color, border like text alignment, which will be a center, front, left, right. Text shadow, as mentioned outside, we need a text shadow. So we'll just mention that like which sides you want. So it's like 2 sides you want. So we mention here that the padding, how much padding is the space between this, like 2 boxes, the spaces between them. We'll mention 2 padding. If you want the margin, you put, otherwise no. If you don't want, make it 0 pixel. And then since the header will contain this details as like the division, since the division has there are many divisions, so each division will contain their own specific things like the border, length, padding, whatever the requirements. Since the next division will have the margin 0, and we mention the background color, the border color. Under that that navigation division, we are there that unordered list is there, so we'll mention the details for those things. And unordered list there, the listed will just make it the width each as if we are having 4 unordered lists, so we'll make it the width 25, so each will go for 25, 25, 25. If it's 3, we'll make it 33, because the width of the screen is 100%, so we need to divide according to that. And this hover when will select, the moment you go to that link, it will change the color, and the active part will make that thing active. Like if it's a green in color, the moment you move to that particular block, it will change the color. That is edge over. And then the other division part will mention this thing, positions, test alignment, and the font thing you want. Like position absolute is basically it's related to the ancestor. If the ancestors, it will move according to the ancestor. If there is no ancestor, it's move according to the scrolling thing. And under that we mention you can see the division part, which is since it's having 3, so we'll mention the with this, and display the inline block. will come in one thing rather than moving to the like it's like inline will help to maintain those boxes in one line rather than moving to the other. Like and the relative position, it's like move according to the normal positions. It's basically doesn't move. It's if it's mentioned move away from the position, like it's move if you want to move left or move away from that. Basically it's kind of fixed and absolute move according to the ancestor. And then it's a relative again, it's moves like, and okay, other heading will mention here again the text line position. If you want to move top, from the top you want to move this much, like you move away from that left this much person you want, you're giving the width and the margin, the background color. It's like a relative position will just like move as per you mentions, like move 30, like 30%, like minus 30 will move away from that, according to that will move, and absolute move according to the ancestors. And again, as you can see, all are relative. So this is the division we are creating for the like all are same. We mentioned the positions, we mentioned the width, we mentioned the height as you want. If you want to float it left, right, wherever you want, give the font style, border and all, how much you want to move, that's all. You want to mention all the division. Let's run the page and see. See, as you can see, this is our first division. This is our first division, and then you mention our heading. And this is the second division. The moment you go, it will change the color. You can see that it's over, and then this is the second. We are writing on the top of the image, join the mission. Here you can see that if you click on this images, the other division is like if you click on this images, it's coming on the same divisions. It's like if you click on this image, it will connect to the other link as mentioned the coding. So it's like if you click on it, might connect to the Air Force main official site. So it's like these things will connect to the other sites, and this we are going to just mention in seeing the relative and all those positioning. Basically in this we are gonna relative position, and the last thing is the footer. These two basically is used like showing what are the different properties of relative and absolute. This defines us to differentiate among them, among these two. So we'll just see our code in the validator. So as I have already copied this thing in the validator and check out the result. So as you can see, it's showing one error and one warning. It's the non-space character, so it's okay. No warning it's given. So that's all. I hope I explained well. Thank you.